Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Good morning for those that are in the same part of the world as me. It is 4:50 a.m. for me right now. It's about 3:50 p.m. for those in Canberra's time zone. What's the game on? That's a great question. It is on Sky Sports HD Mix. I don't know why I said HD. Sky Sports Mix. Early as hell, been on a bender all night. Well, I hope you're doing well, sir. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a good night. Alright, okay. Had a fair few people here nice and early. There's a couple katoas for Tonga. Doing great. Got your mate sleeping on your bed, one on the couch. Well, sharing the facilities around. Very nice of you. Very kind of you to do so. So, folks, there is a poll in the live stream chat. Feel free to vote on that one. 3 votes at the moment. 2-1 in favour of New Zealand. 4 votes. Another one's gone for New Zealand. So, let me know who you think's going to win. If you've got an exact score prediction, let me know. Let me know your thoughts. I do also want to apologise if there's any people that were here early last week for Tonga vs Samoa. I had to cancel that one because there's stuff that I had to go and sort out, unfortunately. But yeah, I had to cancel that like 15 minutes before it started, so I do apologise. I really wanted to watch that game as well. I had to watch it 2 days later. Tonga were really disappointed, unfortunately. Hopefully they can turn things around for this week, at least be a little bit better. But yeah, game 1 was real disappointing. I look knackered. Well, it is very early, and I haven't slept yet. So, I didn't realise I looked that tired. What do you think about new white kit? I actually like him. Normally, I'm a little bit... It takes me a bit of time to get used to it, but I kind of like both of them. Like, the one that you've got as your icon, last year's home kit, it took me a bit of time to get used to it. Like, initial thoughts, I wasn't really on board. But I got there. But the home shirt I really like. I don't think we're going to have the white collar. I think it'll be more of the, just like the tighter, athletic, stretchy stuff for the normal kit. But I think the collar will be an option. But I like both. I genuinely like both. And yeah, 2013 vibes, yeah. I do like both. So where we are, 8 votes, 50-50 in terms of the votes at the moment. If you guys have an exact score prediction, let me know. What did I put, actually? So there's been a couple changes, but I put 24-14 to New Zealand. That was my prediction. So I'll do a quick run through the team list now. And I'll do one more before we get started. 22-12 in favour of New Zealand, fair enough. So in the backs for the Kiwis, they have Nico Klukstad, Isako, Timoko, McLean and Kinney. Good to see him back. My favourite player in the NRL, by the way. Brown and Foran make up the halves. The forwards include Fisher-Harris, Crosland, Leota, Nikora, Papali'i and Tarpany. The bench is Martin, White, Clark and Willison. And then Sorensen is the 18th man. For Tonga, in the backs, they have Hapuate, Tupou, Alamotti, Penasini, Sione Katoa, Iongi, Isaiah Katoa. The forwards include Fanua Blake, Havili, Fotueka, Eliezer Katoa, Finifeuaki, and Taumalolo. The bench is Kafusi, Wong, Luke, and Vaimanga. And then Halasima is the 18th man. So not too far off kickoff. About 10 minutes to go, roughly. Time's kickoff. It's for us, it's 5:05. So we've got 10 to go. So, in the next 10 minutes, we'll get the little bit of a ceremony, then the national anthems, and then we'll have the haka and the Sivatau? They certainly are, but to be fair, the Ashes was a nice early start for the Aussies, wasn't it? I was at that game yesterday. God, it was a long day. It was a very long day. It was exciting being there. I enjoyed my time, but it was just disappointing. The result. Second half was not great. It's really poor. But, you know, great experience. And I'm an Everton fan as well, so it was nice being there at that stadium for the first time. Been to plenty of games at Goodison, but it was nice finally getting to see that. Oh, God. Nice, cold, refrigerated water. Oh, yes. With another glass ready to go. You glad Australia won? Why is that? I've had a lot of people that have seen say that the glad Australia has won is because of the squad selections. That's been the most common reason I've seen. So my guess is that's probably how you feel about it. Back to Tassie from the beginning, more of an NRL supporter for fast pace. Fair enough. I've seen a lot of people talk about, complain about Williams and the halves and all that, the spine. Honestly, I think if you look at every halfback available in Super League and in the NRL that could be eligible, like even Ethan Strange at a push, whatever combination, whether it's Strange, Brimson, Wellesby, O'Brien, Smith, Lewis, Williams, Connor, any English eligible halfback available, I don't think they change a thing about the results. I really don't think they change a thing. Because that attacking structure was just flat anyway. Completely flat. Really stale. Too slow as well. So when a lot of people, they wanted Jake Connor in there, but I was looking at it and sometimes thinking, I don't know what Jake Connor adds to that. I don't know how he improves that and makes it better. Got the Tongan national anthem at the moment. A few of the boys singing loud and proud. A few of the Tongans in the crowd as well, going for it. God, they got some big blokes. Let's have a look at this poll. 31 votes, 52% say that New Zealand's going to win. They're just edging it at the moment. Now we got the New Zealand national anthem. 32 votes, 50-50. Before we get started, somebody's going to have to tip it the other way. Tonga take the lead on the poll at the moment. Let's get a trumpet. Whee! Oh, there's a tear from the eyes of Joseph Tarpany there. Go on, lad. Same with Erin Clark too, bloody hell. A few of the boys getting emotional. I can understand it though, like, if you get to play for your country and then you hear the national anthem, that must be incredibly emotional. Even for the people that aren't crying, they're like probably holding it in. Isako is another one. And Foreign's got 2 more games to go actually for international. I think after this he's done. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. Either it's his last game or his last game for New Zealand. I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna look at the signings tracker real quick because normally it would mention if a player's retired or not. Let's see. Gold Coast Titans, where are they? Kieran Foran retire. Okay, so yeah, 2 more games to go in his career and he's done. Right. We've got the challenge. We've got the pre-game challenge. Come on. Come on, Tonga. What you got for us, boys? Let's go, lads. Let's have it. Saliva Havili to lead it. Go on, lad. Give us the sauce, boys. Give us the sauce. Let's go, Tonga. Oi. Oh, the crowd's getting involved too. I love that. Tongan crowds are always incredible. Even during the Rugby League World Cup in 2022, they travelled so well and they were really loud. They're ready for this. Tonga need a massive response after last week. Come on, lads. I'd love to... I feel like I'd be terrified, but I'd love to experience that, them just being right there. It would be insane. But just once, it would be damn cool. When they did this against Samoa, especially in the World Cup, I was there at the Halliwell Jones. When they both went back and forth, that was incredible. One of the most insane experiences I've ever had at a rugby league game. Ever. That's different. That looks new. Well, that sounded different. I don't know if they did that last week against Samoa. Might have missed that. Go on, lads. Go on, Tonga. Get stuck in, boys. Go on, lads. Love it. Kalani says New Zealand 12, Tonga 6. Okay. Fairly low scoring, that. It's pretty low scoring. We will see. We will see. Over to you, New Zealand, for the haka. It would be a little bit better if they could get in each other's faces a bit, but it's alright. James Fisher-Harris to lead the way. Go on, lad. Nickel Kluckstad always looks perfect for this. The facial expressions on point. Every time on point. Okay, lad. Alright. Steady on, James. Steady on. Joe Tarpany giving it the full beans, lad. Go on, son. Fisher-Harris is ready for this one, mate. He's so ready for this. Mate, there's more venom in this one than the one against Samoa. There's more venom in this. I feel it. Oh, he's ready. He's ready to go. God, I love this stuff. This is why I love the Pacific Championships. You get this kind of stuff. I love it. Beautiful. All right, folks, we're about to get underway very shortly. Any second now. Final team talks in the group, so I'll go through the team list. In the backs for New Zealand, they have Nico Kluckstad, Isako, Timoko, McLean, Kinney, Brown, and Foran. The forwards include Fisher Harris, Crosland, Leota, Nikora, Papali'i, and Tarpany. The bench is Martin, White, Clark, and Willison. 18th man is Sorensen. In the backs for Tonga, they have Hopewate, Tupou, Alamotti, Penasini, Sione Katoa, Iongi, Isaiah Katoa, Fanua Blake, Havili, Fotuaika, Eliesa Katoa, Finifeiwaki, and Tamalolo. The bench is Kafusi, Wong, Luke, and Vaimanga. 18th man is Halasima. Right. Moments away from kickoff. So get your final votes in real quick. 54 people have voted. 54% say that Tonga will win this one. So if you're not voted, please do. If you could leave a thumbs up on the stream as well, just click the thumbs up below. Helps it to get out there to more people. That'd be greatly appreciated if you could do that. And feel free to subscribe as well. Just hit 13,500. Trying to hit 14k by the end of the year. So that'd be great if we could do that. And if you got an exact score prediction, let me know. Joseph. So let's go Kiwis. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's Flo. I just realised Lacey. That's Flo right there. Howdy, Flo. Good to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, New Zealand Kiwis versus Mate Matonga is underway. Let's go, boys. New Zealand kick to Tonga. First carry of the game, they take it just over the 10. Come on, lads. Saliva Havili at 9, hands it off to Eliesa Katoa. Had a little bit of a thing with his eye. Oh yeah. They just reference that. Next carry, Fanua Blake up towards the 20. Big body. Dangerous inside the red zone as well. Can definitely get a couple tries, if possible. Or towards the 30, actually. And now up towards the 40 with Tamalolo. He's been around the block, hasn't he? Insane. It is now with Hopewate. Is that a great year for Manly? Great year. Well, this is a good start from Tonga. They need to assert dominance nice and early. They were not in the game against Samoa. They were beaten very easily through the middle. So they got to restrict meters here for New Zealand. And through the middle, I think New Zealand were good last week. So just over a minute gone. Kiwis in possession. Second tackle. Isaiah Papali'i takes it just short of the 30. Play the game. Unfortunately, I don't have the rights to show it. Unfortunately. Isako with the next carry over the 30. 1 minute 20 gone in this game so far. 2 tackles left for the Kiwis. Crosland starting at 9 with Marshall King out due to injury possibly. I'm not too sure why. Keeney with a carry up towards halfway. Go on, Keanu, lad. I love him. He's fantastic. He's brilliant. Right to Foran on the last. Kicks from just behind halfway for the Kiwis towards the back right. Underneath it is Daniel Tupou. Straightens up, carries it up towards the 20. Tonga back in possession. Kiwis are going to smoke up... Smoke up, how's it going, brother? Not going too bad, actually. It's okay. It's alright. Slightly tired, but I've got like a second wind energy, so I'm good to go for this. Just over 2 minutes gone. Third tackle for Tonga. Next carry from Hopewate through centre field. 2 tackles to go. Havili left to Fanua Blake. Up towards the 40. Stopped immediately by Fisher Harris and Leota. 2 former Panthers teammates. Now with Isaiah Katoa kicks on the last. Down the right edge, collected on the full by McLean. I don't know how many times Keeney's going to be dropping back. I think McLean might be doing a lot more of the the dropbacks, actually. Keeney with the next carry, taking it just over the 40. Isako goes right to Timoko, cuts back inside. He is shifty, Timoko. You give him a bit of room to run, he can do some serious damage, so you've got to be careful with him. Liotta with the carry down the right edge. Third tackle, 3 minutes gone, up towards Tonga's 40. Back towards the middle with Foran. Then to Brown. Keeney pops it up to Nickel Cluckstad. He takes it over the 30. Last tackle coming up for the Kiwis. Just over 3 minutes gone. Over on the left edge of the field. Papali'i now with Brown. Under pressure. Kicks towards the back left. They're going to let it bounce. Hits the back of a Tongan player. It's going to be a 6 again. It wasn't exactly played at, so... Interesting call. But it's down the right edge now. Britt Nicola stopped on the 20. New Zealand able to possibly sustain a little bit of pressure down this end of the field. Timoko, he's still going. You cannot let him do this. Matthew Timoko, great running. 5 metres out right at the post. Left to Fisher-Harris. Then to Foran, out the back to Brown. Insane early points of the game. And McLean steps back inside. Is he going to do it in the corner? McLean, good defence. Hopawate, Lehigh Hopawate, good work, sir. Tonga under some very early pressure. Fantastic job. Good defence. Whee. Just over 4 minutes gone. The clock is stopped on 4 minutes and 19 seconds. We're now back underway. Havili goes left to Daniel Tupou. Pushed back by a few defenders. Tries to offload the ball. There was a held call, so they should just play the ball on the 10. Nicola, just let go of the ball. What are you doing? Just let go of the ball. Next carry. Alamotti plays it for Havili. Next carry over the 20 for Tonga. Coming up towards 5 minutes on the clock. Plays it for Havili in centre field. He's going to scoot himself, taking it over the 40. A few metres shy of halfway. Good metres there from Saliva Havili. Tamalolo on the 4th. Left to Fotuaika. Gets an offload. It is batted backwards now in the hands of Isaiah Katoa. He straightens up, takes the carry just over the 30. So he lost a little bit of ground there. Last tackle. Right to Iongi. Gets the kick away straight into the hands of Isako. Not a great kick from Iongi there. That was not great. New Zealand get to start a fresh set on their own 40. 5.5 minutes gone. Already way up the field. Timoko makes about 5 metres. Foran left to McLean. Quick play the ball for Phoenix Crosland. Goes right to Fisher-Harris. Now with Liotta. Steps back inside. Gets an offload as well. Clean to Crosland. Then to Keeney. I think Keeney might be playing at fullback here. And Nickel Cluckstad is at centre. And then McLean on the wing. I think that's what they're doing at the moment. Nicola. Decent carry down the right edge. Stopped on the 20. Last tackle. It's a scoop from Phoenix Crosland. Needs to get an offload here. Actually, that's kind of decent towards the back corner. That's not too bad, actually. That's alright. Needs a strong defensive set here, the Kiwis. Needs to be disciplined. Daniel Tupou with the first carry for Tonga in this set. 6.5 minutes gone. He takes it just over the 10. Iongi, now with Hopawate. Only making a couple of metres there. I think Samoa did a great job last week of pinning Tonga back. So can the Kiwis do the same? 2 quick play the balls there from Tonga. Down the right-hand side. Possible break here for Sione Katoa. Good tackle there. Who was that? Didn't quite see who that was. Oh, it's Dylan Brown. It's a 6 again for Tonga. And they're already up towards halfway with a fresh set of 6. 7 minutes on the clock. Tonga get the opportunity to apply some pressure on the goal line now. Fanua Blake pops it up to Fotuaika. Havili waiting on the 40. Goes right to Fanua Blake. Out the back to Katoa. Switches back to Eliezer Katoa. Havili on the third, left to Fanua Blake in centre field. Then across to Fotuaker, looking for an offload. Doesn't quite get one, stopped on the 30. 2 tackles to go. Short side left to Isaiah Katoa, pops the ball up. That did look forward to me initially. It has been called as forward from Ashley Klein. It has been called forwards. Was that Finafeyuaki? Number 15, just to clarify, because the numbers are a bit out of whack at the moment. 15 is... Well, Halasima was 15. Wait, so is Halasima playing? No. It says 15. It says Halasima's 15. Anyway, we move. Kiwis in possession. Timoko, just over 8 minutes gone. This has been a quick 8.5 minutes, actually. Next carry from Liotta. Up towards the 30. That's the 40, sorry. Short side right to Nicola. Good meters up towards halfway and a few meters over it as well. Hey, listen to that singing in the background. That is beautiful. On the back to Dylan Brown. Then across to Keanu Kinney. Go on, lad. Do it. Do it to him. Chucks it back inside. There's a nice bounce there for Casey McLean. Needs to get an offload near the touchline. 9 minutes on the clock. 2 tackles to go. This is why I love Keanu Kinney. He's so good. Papali'i gets an offload to Nickel Cluckstad. Then McLean. Now Keeney. Out the back to Brown. Wants a kick towards the corner. Gets one. It's not too bad. Tupou goes up. Collects cleanly. Beautifully done from Daniel Tupou. Recovers that one. Just on the 10. Alamotti under a lot of pressure now. Oh, he was tackled on the 10. New Zealand could have applied some pressure here, but there's a penalty for Tonga. Very energetic, very exciting from both sides. And a much better start for Tonga this week compared to the last against Samoa. Really solid start. I'm loving this energy at the moment. Loving this. Elisa Katoa's going off. Unfortunately, that is not a good sign. So, 9.5 minutes on the clock. Let's have a look at Eli Katoa. Oof. Accidentally punched in the face by a teammate, I think. I think so. So, penalty for Tonga. They will tap and go from their own 30. Iongi waiting at dummy half over on the left edge of the field. Then on his right to Tamalolo. Hits the defensive wall of the Kiwis and is stopped immediately. Ball comes loose when he spins. That might be a lost ball, actually. Penalty? Lost ball? Yeah, Tonga's lost that one. It looked to me like Tamalolo just lost it. I wouldn't challenge it, personally. So, 1 error for the Kiwis, 2 for Tonga. Hasn't been too bad of a start. The game's kind of flowed nice and easy so far. So, just over 10 minutes gone. Clock still ticking away. They're going to pack a scrum in centre field. Just over the 40 for New Zealand. Out the back of the scrum, they go left to Brown. Flat ball to Nickel Cluckstad. Up towards the 30. Brown at dummy half goes right to Papali'i. Was great for New Zealand last year in the back row. He was brilliant. Crosland in centre field goes right to Fisher Harris. That's a strong run then up towards the 10. Great chance for the Kiwis. Plenty of tackles to go. 10 metres out. Tarpany straightens up. Gets an offload to Crosland. Launches it over the head of Fisher Harris. Now with Brown. Goes out the back to Nickel Cluckstad. Not really much you can do from here. Burst through the line slightly. Stopped about 7 or 8 metres out. 11 minutes gone. 2 tackles left in this set. It is right to Brown. Then to Fisher Harris. Moving the ball pretty cleanly across here at the moment. Keanu Kinney pops up to Timoko. 2-on-1 possibly towards the touchline. Maybe gets an offload in time. Ball goes into touch apparently. Oh, Keeney puts a foot in touch. Great scramble from Tonga. Really, really good scramble. Let's have a look at this again. So Keeney across to Timoko. Near the touchline. just about gets an offload. Keeney collects it, but his knee hits the touchline. So, good scramble. Good effort from the Kiwis. Maybe just needed to be a little bit quicker or a little bit cleaner. One or the other when moving that ball then. Well, Tonga have the ball on their own 10 right now. 12 minutes gone. Now down the right edge with Penasini. On their own 20, Havili goes left to Sione Katoa. Eating up a few decent meters there. Third tackle. Havili left to Tamalolo. Out the back to Iongi. Under pressure. Hopoate. They lose possession. Isako recovers it. He's only 20 meters out. He can get an offload as well to Leota. Cutting towards the right hand side of the field. Takes it just over the 20. On a few extra meters as well. New Zealand back in firm possession right now. Crosland shifting it left to 4, and he switches back to Joseph Tarpany. And he'll take it over the 10. There's a fresh set of 6 here for New Zealand. Crosland in centre field. Switches back to Fisher Harris. There's plenty of strong runs so far from the big fish. Crosland pops up to Joseph Tarpany. I think he's lost it. He has lost the ball. Not a bad place to turn it over if they're going to start a fresh set on their 10. So it's not a terrible place to turn it over, but they'd like to apply a bit more pressure there. Nice idea. The ball maybe just a little bit too low for Tarpany's liking there. About 10 seconds to go on this shot clock. Or scrum clock even. So there's 13 and a half minutes gone. 7 errors so far in this game, but it doesn't feel like it's slowed the game down too much. It's still quite quick and still quite back and forth. Because a lot of them's just like recoveries, which is alright. Well, territory is 80% to New Zealand right now. 54% possession as well. Tonga in possession on their own 20. In centre field with Adam Finoblate looking for an offload. Doesn't quite get one, but he takes it over the 30. And the whistle's blown for another penalty for Tonga. So a couple given away from New Zealand so far. They've had a lot of great opportunities, like at the end of their attacking sets, to get the ball into the corners. And then they've been in a position where they can really pin Tonga back. And a couple times now they've just given away penalties to let them off. So, Siwa Wong in possession. Over on the right edge of the field. Havili left to Tamalolo. He takes it over the 30 with a strong carry. 3 defenders in his way though. Havili, 25 out, goes left to for Noah Blake. Isaiah Katoa switches back. Only 20 metres out. In centre field, 15 minutes gone. And there's a lost ball there from Bueki Fotoeka. Just a little bit too erratic from both sides. Somebody's got to clean it up a little bit. Somebody's got to calm it down. I like the energy. The energy is top tier. I want to keep that from both sides. But they've got to be cleaner in possession. If you're not turning the ball over in midfield, okay, that's great. But if you've got a chance to apply a little bit of pressure, you've got to be clean. Just complete some sets down that end of the field. So there's a scrum for New Zealand, 15 out from the road try line. They go right to Jermaine Isako. Getting pushed back by 3 defenders. About a metre or 2. Crosland waiting at dummy half. Gives it to Moses Leota. Up towards the 20. Dragged back a couple metres by 3 Tongan defenders. Good stuff. Crosland left to Fisher Harris. Over the 20. He's been getting stuck in so far. The fish. 16 minutes gone so far in this game. Second tackle, Crosland goes right to Tarpany. Wanted to go out the back, but somebody jammed out the line. Leota gets the ball over the top to Foreign. Spaced on the right edge. Nicola, then to Timoko. Now Isako, support the inside if he needs it. Bit of space to run. Back inside to Kieran Foreign. Was that called forwards? Oh, no. I need to see that one again, actually. I'm not sure if that was momentum. Oh, no. Show me again, please. Yeah. Yeah, that's forward. Leaves the hands forward. Oh, that is unfortunate. So close. So close. Scrum for Tonga on their own 40. They go left to Hopuate. 17 minutes gone so far. Havili up towards halfway. Bumps off a few. Still going. Iongi waits at dummy half. Left to centre field. Oof. Strong carry. Strong carry down the left-hand side. Trying to figure out who number 15 is. Havili waiting at dummy half in centre field. Only 30 metres out. Left to Isaiah Katoa. Then to Iongi. Engages the line. Stop 25 out. 2 tackles to go. Alamotti right to Katoa. Now the last tackle, sorry. Chips towards the posts. I think it's not backwards by Tonga, but it's collected by Isaiah Papali'i. And he's getting dragged back. He's stopped just short of, just short of the try line, actually. 18 minutes gone. Nickel Cluckstad with the first carry of this set. Just shy of his own 10. So New Zealand with a lot of work to do right now. If Tonga can be disciplined and strong defensively, this is huge. But there's a break for McLean down the left edge. Support on the inside from Keeney. Go on, Keanu, lad. My favourite player in the NRL. I've said it before, I will say it again. This kid would move mountains or die trying. I love Keanu Kinney. Call it Glaze if you want. He's brilliant. If I'm building a team, Keanu Kinney is the first name on the team sheet. He will move mountains or die trying, that kid. I love him. Whee. As I was about to say, Tonga just needed some discipline or a strong defensive set. There's a break for the Kiwis and they get the first points of the game. Commentator's curse, I guess. Right, well, there's a try right in front of the posts, so I'll make this 6-0 for the Kiwis. Okay. So we're nearly done with the first quarter. Again, there's been a lot of errors, but it's not felt that stop-start. It's been still a lot of recovery, so it's been a fairly quick game so far, actually. Keanu Kinney, go on, lad. I think he was my starting fullback in my international team of the season last year. I think, if I remember correctly. Because he was fantastic for the Kiwis last year. And Isako to add the extras. There's a bit of an awkward one there, but he gets it. It is 6-0 for the New Zealand Kiwis. With a quarter of the game done. So good to see Keeney back. So good. Right, we'll get back underway shortly. Tonga to kick to New Zealand in a second. We've played 19 minutes and 52 seconds so far. The clock is stopped. And we're back underway. Here we go. Tonga kick to New Zealand. Collected by Dylan Brown. Hands it off to Fisher Harris, who's had plenty of strong carries in this game so far. 20 minutes gone. Brown at dummy half. On his right to Papali'i. Smashes into Fotuaika. Well, that's Havili, sorry. Fotuaika was involved in that tackle anyway. But Leota with a strong carry up towards his own 40. Good metres for the Kiwis here. There's a scoot from Crosland. Hands it off to Tarpany up towards halfway. Still going. Joseph Tarpany up towards the 40. Great carry, lad. Great carry. Still 2 tackles to go in this set for the Kiwis. Left to Brown. Engages the line. Bit of space behind the ruck possibly. Quick play the ball for Crosland. Last tackle. Right to Foran. Chips it towards the back left. Nickel Cluckstad goes up. Doesn't quite collect cleanly enough. Drops it. I think drops it straight down. Almost grounded by Papali'i there. I think it's a knock-on from the Kiwis anyway. Klein's checking it. Or the bunker's going to have a look. No tries, the on-field decision. I do think it's a knock-on from Nickel Cluckstad first. But we'll have a look. It's hard to tell, because no one gets like fingertips to it. So it'll be like elbows that touch it. I think that comes off the arm of Nickel Cluckstad first. Okay. So yeah. They've called it as a knock-on from Chance Nickel Cluckstad, which I think is probably the right call there. Okay, there's going to be a play the ball on the 10 for Tonga. Oh my god, that's a big hit from Phoenix Crosland. Go on, lad. I've been a little bit concerned about Crosland with tackles through the middle against big men. Like, there's been a couple of times where he's let guys go through. In 1v1 scenarios, guys have broken through Phoenix Crosland, so that's some good contact there. Eli Katoa getting some treatment on the sideline with a cut underneath his eye. There's an offload there from Fanua Blake, collected by Isaiah Katoa. Carries it through centre field. He's stopped on the 20 in the centre of the field immediately. 2 tackles left. The fourth is a carry from Hopoate up towards his own 30. And just over it. Last tackle right to Isaiah Katoa. Drills it slightly right at centre field. Collected cleanly by Keanu Kinney. He takes it over the 30. Cutting back towards the middle slightly. Fanua Blake just about gets a hold of him. The whistle is blown. Penalty. Penalty for the Kiwis. Didn't see that. Was there a second effort there? Ruck infringement? I didn't quite see that. I just missed it. But Keanu Kinney draws a foul. And that is 22 minutes gone in this game, where it stopped 21 minutes and 59 seconds. Dylan Brown to kick to touch for this penalty. And the Kiwis will start a fresh set just inside Tonga territory. Nickel Cluckstad will tap and take it up towards the 40. He'll play this for Crosland. Goes right to Brown. Out the back to Fisher Harris. Then across to Foran. Now Keeney. Then Timoko. Bit of room to run possibly. Stopped just short of the 30. Foran switches back to the Otter. Strong carry up towards the 20. I saw that before Killarney. It's definitely on. Definitely on. Keeney cuts back towards the middle. Left to Fisher Harris. Then to Tarpany. Now Foran. Brown wants to switch back. Fakes. Steps himself. He's going to be stopped just short of the 10. 2 tackles left for the Kiwis. Crosland. Right to Tarpany. Straightens up. Cuts left. Can he get an offload? Yes, he can. Crosland right to Foran. Gets it away to Fisher Harris. He straightens up. Another strong carry. Back over the 10. I feel there's a try coming at some point for Fisher Harris. Crosland on the last goes right to Foran. Then across to Kinney. Over the top. Oof, it is just touched by Daniel Tupou. And it goes over the dead ball line, sorry, the touch line. Well done, Tupou, to shut that one down. That would have been a great ball over the top from Kinney. Just a floating ball. If that ended up in the hands of Isako, that is a try for sure in the corner. This will be a goal line dropout for Tonga. Will they go short? Oh, sorry, it's a play the ball. My bad. Sorry. Play the ball on the 10 for the Kiwis. Just left of centre field now with Tarpany. Plays it 7 metres out. Left to Papali'i. Cuts back towards the middle. And he's going to be stopped about 4 metres short of the try line, just left of the sticks. Crosland. Right to Brown. Straightens up. Dylan Brown is having a good campaign. And he goes in for a try. Dylan Brown has looked pretty good with the run game. He's looking good in this off-season or international campaign. Good stuff, Dylan Brown. That's a try. Right in front of the Stixers, we 12-0 in a second. Bit too much of a gap there. He couldn't quite close it in time. Dylan Brown's got a decent bit of pace. When he gets his legs moving, he's got some speed to him, Dylan Brown. Right, 12-0 will be the scoreline very, very soon. I don't think it's been too bad from Tonga. Their energy is good. Their carries look good. I just think, as has been the problem for a lot of teams internationally so far in the last few weeks, completion has been a real issue. It was an issue against Samoa, and they had so much energy when Samoa had possession. So Tonga just can't keep giving the ball away. Because New Zealand are capitalising right now. So, at the very least, higher completion. You cannot turn the ball over in midfield. I think there's been a couple penalties, but obviously the first try that New Zealand scored, it was just well worked. Tonga maybe slightly too compact for that defensively, but a little too open in the midfield this time for Brown. So if they can sort out that balance, that'll be a good start for Tonga. It's Sarko to add the extras. The kick is good. It is officially 12-0 to New Zealand. We've played 25 minutes and 28 seconds so far in this game. So Crosland went left to Brown, bit of room to run. That's between Wong and Fanil Blake. Two big men. Tough to shift across and close the gap there. Right, back underway. Isaiah Katoa with the kickoff. Oh, now Fahu White is on for Joe Tarpany. Liotta with the first carry of this set for the Kiwis. Keeney left to Matthew Timoko. Pumping his legs up towards the 20. Decent carry there from Timoko. Crosland. Right to Nicola. Eating up a few extra metres there down the right-hand side of the field. Crosland. Back inside to Mose Liotta. Skips back to the space behind the ruck. 26 minutes gone. Crosland left to Nafahu White. Strong contact there up towards halfway and a few extra metres too. Good carry from White. It is left to Brown. Then across to Papali'i. They're actually going for something here. Across to McLean. Needs to get a kick away if possible. It is collected by a Tongan player. Didn't quite see who it was. And that's Penasini. Now with Hopawati. Then to Daniel Tupou. Up towards his own 30. Next carry from Alamotti. Saliva heavily waiting on the sidelines. Sonny Luke is on. I do really like Sonny Luke. I think he's really exciting. Solid player. Luke goes right to Wong. Gets an offload. Now with Hopawati over the 40. Eventually stopped. Last tackle coming up for Tonga. 27 minutes gone. Right to Isaiah Katoa. Kicks towards the back right. Keeney underneath it. Not too much pressure to deal with. Collects it on the 10. And slips over after making about 2 metres ground there. Kafusi slow to get up. Nickel Cluckstyle with the next carry. Brown waits at dummy half. Right to McLean. Held to open up the first try. With a break down the left edge of the field. Kafusi is also on for Fotuaika. For Tonga, Erin Clark is on as well. With a strong carry down the left edge of centre field. Over the 30 and a few extra metres too. Kinney looking to go right. He does to Nicola. They might have the numbers in space again. Timoko then across to Asako. Support the inside if he needs it. Cuts back inside. Got to be careful with the ball back in. He's still going. Is he going to do it himself? No, he's not. Does he get the ball away? No, he's still going. Eventually he's stopped. On the 10, left to Foran. Great chance for the Kiwis in the corner. Dylan Brown kicks crossfield. McLean goes up. He's great in this position. Spins, gets the ball down. New Zealand are on it right now. Tonga need to be a little bit cleaner when they've got possession to not give territory. But the Kiwis, they're taking the chances and they're producing great moments so far. This is a different team to last year. I wouldn't say they were boring last year, but they were, well, you could say they were a little bit predictable and a little bit basic. This is a whole different side. This is a whole different side. This is going to be 16-0 for the Kiwis. Casey McLean's had a great year. I remember seeing him in that promotion game against PNG last year. Got a couple tries. I think that was his only game of the Pacific Championships last year. But yeah, got a couple tries. Had plenty of games for the Panthers. Looked quite exciting even in game 1 in Vegas. Looked really impressive. And throughout the season, it's just been getting better and better. Looks really settled. Looks really comfortable, really competent. I think McLean is a real solid player. And can fill a few positions as well. Mostly centre or the wing. But maybe there's a fullback in there somewhere. Something they could maybe try to unlock. They don't need to. But just maybe something for the future. He'll probably get some experience there at some point. He's still only young anyway. But Isako with his toughest kick yet near the touchline. 16-0. Can he make it 18? There's 29 minutes and 44 seconds stopped on the clock. Usually fairly reliable with the boot, but this is a tricky one for anyone. Steps up and the kick it's swinging, looks good. And it is good. Beautifully done from Jermaine Isako. 18-0 to the Kiwis. 18-0. So, on track for a try every 10 minutes so far, New Zealand. I do think Tonga still have it in them to make the comeback in this. It's only 3 tries, it's not a ridiculous number. But they need to swing momentum in this final 10 minutes if possible. Now for White with the first carry, this fresh set off the back of the try for the Kiwis. And he's already up towards the 20. Easy meters. Easy meters. Tonga need to fix this up. They allowed way too many for Samoa. And there's a lot already from White and Timoko. Just over the 30. Next carry through centre field. Is that Aaron Clark pumping his legs up towards the 40? It is. Willison finally comes on. He takes it over the halfway line. 2 tackles left for New Zealand. Left to Brown. Pops up to Papali'i. Eats up some good meters down the left edge of the field. Crosland on the left. Goes short side left to Brown. Engages the line. Gets it across to Nickel Cluckstar. Tries to offload it to McLean, but it's knocked down from Sione Katoa. It's a fresh set for New Zealand, actually. It was a big stop from Katoa because New Zealand could have potentially been in again, so it's a big stop. You mean play the game live? I can't do that, unfortunately. If that's what you mean, I can't do that because I don't own the rights to it, unfortunately. So the Kiwis, 10 metres out, Clark with a strong carry. He's between the sticks. He's a metre or 2 short the try line. Can he hit 20 plus here? Crosland. It is right to Naufahu White. Looking to shrug a few players off. He does. Eventually stopped a metre short the try line right at the posts. Plays over Crosland. Fakes left, goes right. Britton Nikora, usually dangerous from inside the 10. A little bit sloppy there from Timoko. And they turn over the ball inside Tonga's own 10. But that's where they got them restricted until they give away a penalty. That's 3 times now where they could have pinned Tonga back. My only issue with New Zealand so far is that when they could have pinned Tonga back, they give away penalties. That's my only issue. They could do more damage. They could sustain more pressure. Could have better field position. Well, just a few too many penalties so far. Tongan player was held. I think it was Alamotti with the carry. Nearly dragged into touch. Threw the ball back in, but he will get a chance to replay this ball. Man, that singing from the Tongans is beautiful. That is beautiful, mate. Wow. Up towards halfway. So not too long to go in the first half. Kafusi with a strong carry straight into White and Timoko. Clark is there to help out as well. So 7 minutes to go. 4 tackles in this set for Tonga. 3 tackles to go. It is right to Isaiah Katoa. He will switch back to... Is that Eli Katoa? I think it is. 2 tackles left. Luke goes left to Wong, then to Katoa. Pops the ball up. Chance here for Tonga. Couldn't quite get an offload. So close. Shifting the ball right now. Katoa slightly wayward in the hands of Penasini. Trying to get around. Nickel Kluckstad nearly flicks the ball on. Goes into touch. I reckon he should have just kept going there. Nickel Kluckstad, not usually a centre. I think kind of had a bit of leverage there. Probably should have kept going. Worst case scenario, he's sort of trapped in the corner, but yeah, kind of forces that one there, throws it into touch. I think he should have just kept going. Nice idea. Execution not quite there. Well, there you go. Bit of a spark from Tonga. That's what you like to see. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Jermaine Sarko with the first carry. 6 errors for the Kiwis, 7 for Tonga. New Zealand up towards their own 40. They've had nearly double Tonga's metres so far. Now Fahu White with a great carry over halfway. So many amazing carries here. Great metres. Oh, there's a scoop from Crosland. Gets the ball off to Willison. On the 4th tackle, he stopped on the 30. Last tackle for the Kiwis. Crosland left to Brown. Engages the line, chips towards the back left. Keeney is there, so is McLean. It is knocked backwards by Tonga, collected by Tupou. That's not Tupou, sorry, that's Katoa. Don't know why I said Tupou. It's going to be a goal line dropout for Tonga. I want to say something, but I also don't want to say it because I don't want to curse or jinx this. I don't want to apply the commentator's curse, so I don't want to say it out loud, even though I'm thinking it. I don't want to say it. So it's going to be a short dropout from Tonga, and it's going to go straight into touch. Short dropout is fair enough. Completely fair from Isaiah Katoa, just execution not quite right. Again, nice idea, just not getting it done. 11 offloads for the Kiwis, only 3 for Tonga. So Tonga got to start wrapping up those offloads. If Tonga can get a few more themselves, that'll help them to get up the field through the second phases. But New Zealand, 4 metres out, right at the post. Crosland goes left to Foreign, out the back to Brown. Then switches back to Kinney. Shrugs off one, was looking for an offload, but is eventually stopped. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Second tackle, Crosland. Right to Clark. Straightens up. Don't let him do it. Don't let him do it. He's stopped inches short of the try line. 3 tackles to go. Crosland in front of the right post. Goes right to Foreign. Then to Nicola. Wants to go over the top. Then hands it off to Timoko. Cheeky stuff. Matthew Timoko is in. Nicola's been a handful down that right edge. So is Timoko. And even linking with Isako as well. They've got some threat down that right-hand side. Tonga just not keeping up with this. The Kiwis. Okay, I'm going to say it. I am going to say it. Samoa against Tonga were fantastic. I wasn't sure if New Zealand could match it. I think they are easily matching what Samoa did. Because New Zealand was slightly better than Samoa when they played. There wasn't too much that separated them, because it swung back and forth a lot. But I wasn't sure if New Zealand could match how good Samoa was against Tonga. I think they're matching it very, very well right now. This is great stuff from the Kiwis. Excellent stuff. This is going to be 22-0 with a kick to come near the touchline. We've got 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. I think, who did I back for anytime try score in this? We've had one from Keeney, Brown, and now Timoko. Who did I say we're going to try? I said Jermaine Osako would get a try. Not yet, though. 4 different try scorers. And the kick near the touchline. A little bit more direct this time. It's beautiful. 24-0 to New Zealand. Okay. Damn. Good stuff from Nicola there. Good stuff. Great attendance at Eden Park there. Great attendance. You love to see it. So, with just over 2 minutes to go in the first half, we're back underway. 24-0 for New Zealand. Now Fahu White with the first carry. Up towards the 20. Willison with a strong carry over the 30. Easy meters again. Right to Clark. Excuse me. With the hiccups. Plays it for Crosland. Down the right edge. Back towards the middle to Willison. Smashed into. Big tackle there. Didn't see who that was. 1.5 to go. Left to Brown on the 4th. Pops it up to Isaiah Papali'i. He takes it over the 40. 1:20 to go. Foreign on the last. Puts boot to ball. In centre field. Hapuati goes up. Collects it cleanly. Well taken. It would at least give Tonga a little bit of confidence if they could go into the sheds with a try. So they know that they can actually get one. Sonny Luke goes left to Daniel Tupou. He carries it up towards the 20. Right to Kafusi. Pops up to Wong. Stopped over the 30. Right to Katoa. Back inside. Oof. Penalty for Tonga. Was there a high shot in there, possibly? It's only 30 seconds to go, so they want to hurry up with this penalty and kick to touch. Isaiah Katoa kicks from his own 40, goes out on the opposition 40. Well, just short of it. Katoa hands it off to Kafusi. 15 seconds to go. Maybe one set-up play and then a final go. Well, this might just be the one here. 10 seconds left. Left to Katoa. Switches back. Final play of the first half. Clark taking his time to play the ball. Oh dear. So, folks, for Erin Clark...
It's going to be a yellow card. I can't speak. You ballless gate, Campbell. You dickhead.
It's a fair call, really. It's a fair call. It was intentionally... Wrong button, my bad. He was intentionally delaying the game. So, you know what? That's actually alright. I think that's the right call. So, Isaiah Katoa will actually go for 2 here. So, the door is now open for Tonga. So, they will go into the sheds. Instead of a 24-point game, it's going to be 22. So, that means that at least one of the conversions they don't have to be clean with later on. So, that helps them a little bit. They will have an extra man to start the second half for the first 10 minutes as well. So, they could really swing momentum in the start of the second half. And that's going to be a good conversion. So Tonga finally have some points on the board. What I love about the Tongan support is whenever they score points, they go mental. Now, normally, if it's like club level or with other teams, it's at half-time, by the way, if at club level or other international teams, if they're cheering when their team's losing quite badly, it seems a bit weird, but it never seems weird to me with Tonga because I know they're just proud of their team scoring points. So, yeah. Normally, it's kind of strange. Like, you're down by 22 points, why are you cheering because you scored 2? But it's like, they genuinely just love backing their team whenever they get points, which is admirable. Okay, well, that's the first half done. I think anyone that is able to watch it currently can agree that New Zealand have been the significantly better side. Really exciting possession. A lot of great carries. Good ball movement down the right edge as well, with Nikora, Timoko and Isako connecting. I think Dylan Brown's run game has looked quite solid too. But Fisher Harris with the carries. Some scoots from Crosland. Strong carries from Leota. Same with Papali'i and Nikora. Same with Tarpany. White, Clark and Willison. Strong carries too. So, not really seeing many weaknesses for the Kiwis so far. It's been really, really solid. Okay, I'm going to put a poll up and see if anyone thinks it's going to change. Bear with me, just getting this poll ready to go. Okay, there is a poll in the live stream chat. Feel free to vote on that one. It is 24-2 at half time to New Zealand. I should have said that the other way around. It's 24-2 to New Zealand at half time. So let me know who you think is going to win. Do you think New Zealand's going to be fine from this point? Does anyone think that Tonga's going to make the comeback? Feel free to vote. Let me know your thoughts. And to let you guys know, there are stream highlights of the PNG vs Fiji game. So feel free to go watch that on TikTok. And if you have TikTok, you can watch the stream highlights to this. That'll be posted in a few hours. So, sup to you. Had a lot of people from PNG actually follow me over there, which is really cool. It's really, really cool. Eight votes, 75% said that New Zealand will win from this point on. We've got 70-odd people in here right now. Welcome. Good to see it. New Zealand definitely deserving of the lead right now. Great in possession. Solid defensively. Although Tonga do actually need to clean up their possession right now. They've had a couple moments where they've looked relatively exciting. There are some... I don't think weaknesses is the right word, but there's areas that Tonga can look to exploit, and there's areas that Tonga can use that power, use that pace, and if they can execute cleanly enough, that they can get through that defensive line that New Zealand have, but it's just sustaining that pressure for longer periods, wearing New Zealand down a bit, being able to finish sets cleanly enough. So. Unfortunately, Illy, I can't play the game due to copyright reasons, unfortunately. I would if I could. Unfortunately, I can't. So you're stuck with this, unfortunately. I'd hate it as well. If I were you, I'd hate this as well. So let's have a look at the stats. How's it going? I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these are dominant for New Zealand. 59% possession, 15 minutes time in possession compared to 10. Completion rate only 71%. Tonga better with 72%. Well, New Zealand's backing it up currently. So, more runs, more run meters. I think their run meters and post-contact meters are a greater rate than Tonga's as well. 6 line breaks to 0. 32 tackle breaks to 13. Average set distance, oh my god. Average set distance, 48.35 compared to 25.88. 48 to 25. Ridiculous. Kick return meters, 97 for New Zealand, 8 for Tonga. 14 offloads to 3. 1 forced dropout as well. Tackle efficiency, 86.9% compared to 77.88%. Significantly less missed tackles, significantly less ineffective tackles. Errors, actually slightly better for the Kiwis. Penalties conceded. They've actually given away 6 penalties, so they need to be cleaner there. And a sin bin at the end of the first half. Yeah, New Zealand fully deserving of this at the moment. I'd be very surprised if... Well, actually, I wouldn't be surprised if Tonga can get back into the game, but I would be surprised if New Zealand actually lost it from this point, because I think even if Tonga finds some momentum, I feel like New Zealand have enough in there. You too, Illy. You too. Again, I apologise, folks. If you guys expected the game, I do apologise, but yeah, I don't have the rights to show it. It would be very difficult to get live games on YouTube. It'd be very difficult. Nikora, 7 runs, 51 metres, 3 offloads, 17 tackles. He's had a great game so far. I'm glad that Sean Johnson started doing the analysis. He's great at breaking stuff down. The international game all across the board is horrid this year? I don't know about that one. I wouldn't say horrid. Why would you say that, Grubby? Why would you say that? Yeah, I think it's been okay. I know the Ashes has been a bit of a letdown. I was quite disappointed. I was at that game actually for game 2. Anthony Gelling, bloody hell. But yeah, I was at Ashes game 2. Unfortunately, a bit of a letdown, so it's not been as exciting. Because the thing is, not only were England not good enough to really compete, even Australia have not been that good, which is slightly disappointing. Like, they've been significantly better than England, but by Australia's standards, they've not been that good. Low quality footy errors galore, and no real contest, but that's just me. Well, fair enough. I know, let's have a think. PNG's first game against Cook Islands. Oh, sorry, it was Fiji against Cook Islands first, was it? Yeah, it was Fiji Cook Islands. It was okay. PNG versus Cook Islands was it was okay, but some dodgy defense. PNG versus Fiji, fun game, exciting. New Zealand versus Samoa, good game, really good game. Samoa versus Tonga. Weird that Tonga weren't really up for that one, but Samoa played really well, actually. They played really well. So, great performance from them. An overall okay game. Well, actually, but no, it's a pretty good game, actually, I think. And then this one looks pretty good at the moment. And then Ashes game 1, little bit of a letdown. Ashes game 2, little bit of a letdown as well. So, I get what you mean, Grubby. I do get you. There's ups and downs. There's some good stuff. Maybe not as good as last year. But next year, you never know. With the World Cup, a few more teams mixing together. You never know. Okay. Horrid wasn't the word to use, just disappointed. I get you. There's been some letdowns. I think PNG's defence in their first game against the Cookies was disappointing. As an Englishman, England's first performance in the Ashes was disappointing. Same with game 2. The first halves weren't too bad, actually, but the second halves were both disappointing. Cookies' defence overall was disappointing. Fiji's defence in their second game against PNG was disappointing. So, yeah. It could have been better, but it's not been too bad. Maybe just not as good as last year, which I understand. Only thing I wish for the World Cup is that we had 16 teams, but unfortunately it's back to 10. Maybe we'll get to 24 in future. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Okay, let's take a look at this poll. 43 votes, 81% says that New Zealand will win from this point. I would agree, personally. 19% say Tonga will make the comeback and win. Tonga need a big response here. I liked their energy to start. I really did. Their carries look strong. There's nothing wrong with the carries. But it's finishing sets cleanly enough. And it's been able to sustain pressure in good attacking positions. And when they've had a little bit of decent territory, there's been some exciting moments, but it's about sustaining pressure, which they've not been able to do yet. Which is very unfortunate. Okay, looks like we're about to get back underway very shortly. Good stuff. Okay, Tonga on the way out. 47 votes. 81% say New Zealand will win in the second half, or will win from this point on, with the 24 2-point lead. Okay, and a final reminder, if you've not subscribed yet, please do. We've got a few more games to live stream. I think there's 2 more after this, actually. There's the Ashes Game 3 and Pacific Championships Final, which will be New Zealand versus Samoa, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it will be. So 2 more games to stream after that. And then, yeah, some off-season content. So feel free to subscribe. About 13,536. Thank you for your support. And if you could leave a thumbs up on the live stream, helps it to get out there to more people. So thank you very much. Okay. We're going to get back underway any second, and it will be Tonga that kicks to New Zealand. And don't forget that Clark will be sin-binned for 10 minutes. So we are back underway. Tonga have an extra man for the next 10 minutes. So can they change momentum? Can they do something with it? England had an extra man against Australia yesterday for 10 minutes. Reece Walsh getting sin-binned, and, well, nothing really happened. Timoko with a carry over the 20. Crosland waits at dummy half. A few metres shy of the 30. Left to Willison. Over the 30 down the left edge of the field. 3 tackles to go. Crosland. Left to Papali'i. Pumping his legs. Great carry. Easy meters again for the Kiwis. Now Ikini over halfway. Could have given that ball away there. Gets an offload though. Willison. Great meters again over the 40. Last tackle inside Tonga territory. Short side right to Foran. A minute gone in the second half. We have a contest. Hopoate underneath it. He's wrapped up nearly just on his own 10. Gets a ball off to Tupou. And he carries it over the 20. That's a decent return there from Tonga to get out of trouble. So with the extra man, what are they going to do? Are they going to try and spread the ball a little bit, use the extra width or extra spaces? Or are they just going to complete the sets, be, basic and clean? Either way makes sense. There's a great offload there to Wong. He takes it over the 30 with a few extra meters as well. 1.5 minutes gone. Third tackle for Tonga. Sonny Luke left to Kafusi. He's going to be stopped just short of halfway. Push back a metre or 2. Sonny Luke takes it over halfway. I do really like Sonny Luke, actually. Tonga trying to offload the ball a couple times. They do lose possession. Isaiah Papali'i with a great offload to Casey McLean. 2 minutes gone. New Zealand back in good territory again. Tonga just got to be cleaner in possession. Just gifting the ball away. Even though, technically, in terms of set completion, New Zealand was 1% worse. They've actually been more effective with their sets. They had 48 metres per carry compared to Tonga's 25. So they can do more damage with their possessions. Now Fahu White's about to go in. Don't you dare let him do this. He is stopped just short. There's no way it's this easy. Great jam out the line there. Was he offside? Vaimonga jams out the line into Foran. He's offside apparently. How did he get through here? Iongi and Luke. 2 of the smaller guys. Yeah. Bursting through. Good tackle. Actually, great tackle from Hopoate, to be fair. Vaimonga. Offside call. So they do have a penalty. They could go for 2, make it a 24-point game again. But they might as well just tap and go. Oh no, they're going to go for 2. I think that's fair enough, actually. I'd maybe just tap, but you get that buffer. Oh, and yeah, the sin bin, you take time off the clock. Well done, me. Yeah, this makes sense. You want to run time off the clock. Of course you do. Right, well, he will get this if it's in front of the sticks anyway, so this will be 22-6. Oh, sorry, 26-2 in a second. The kick from Isako is good. Hey. Okay, 3 minutes and 50 seconds gone in the second half. It is a 24-point lead once again for New Zealand. They run some more time off the clock. Got another 6 minutes to go with a man down. And we're back underway. Just over 4 minutes gone in the second half. It's going to be collected just in front of the try line by Dylan Brown. He hands it off to Xavier Willison. And another great carry up towards the 20. Crosland left to Papali'i. And he's still going up towards the 30. Great carries. He's now in Nafahu White. Really solid carry up towards the 40. Left to Keanu Kinney. Still going, gets it back to White. Launches it right to Nikora. Trying to break through. He stopped on halfway. 5 minutes gone. Timoko left to Foreign. He switches back to Nafahu White. He stopped just short of Tonga's 40. Last tackle. Crossan right to Foreign. Kicks towards the back right. Tupou underneath it. No pressure to deal with currently. Takes it just over the 10. Got to be careful not to be stuck down here, Tonga. Hapuate shifting it over to the right-hand side to Sione Katoa. Looking to cut back towards the middle. Stopped just short of the 20. Right to Eli Katoa. Penasini wants to hold the ball here. He wants a carry. And they draw a penalty. It just taps and goes. Eli Katoa just with a quick tap. Eating up really good meters up towards the halfway line. And a few meters over it. Good stuff from Eli Katoa. Sonny Luke left to Wong. He carries through centre field. Up towards the 20. This has been, again, my only issue with New Zealand is at the back end of sets, instead of pinning Tonga back, there's a few too many times they've let them off with penalties. I think that is the fourth one now. I think. Sonny Luke, left to Iongi, switches back to Alamotti. Step in. And he stopped on the opposition 20. 2 tackles to go. Luke goes right to Isaiah Katoa. Now with Hapuate, he takes it over the 10. Plenty of Kiwis defenders there to get him held. It's now with Isaiah Katoa. He's going to kick crossfield towards the back left. Tupou knocks it backwards, I think. Collected by Kieran Foran. And he stopped just short of the 10. So New Zealand in possession. Not great execution on the last step. Keeney with the next carry up towards the 10 and just over it. We've got Isako just making sure he hasn't got cramp or anything. Or something with his calf. That's a great offload to McLean. He's still going. Stopped on the 40. And then he lost it. Right. Tonga, that's a let-off. That is a let-off. You just get the ankles clipped. Just. Really close. Really close to just completely breaking through that. Okay. So we've got a scrum. Oh, okay. We had a scrum for Tonga. Scrum for Tonga. A scrum for Tonga. Well done, me. We had a scrum for Tonga. New Zealand took too long, so it's a penalty for Tonga. They kicked a touch. They are 25 metres out. We got there in the end. I forgot to end this poll as well. Kaufusi nearly hit high, just over 20 metres out. So Tonga, 24 points down, but a try would just give them a huge amount of confidence here. 8 minutes and 30 seconds gone in the second half. Sonny Luke with a scoot. Support is inside. Finally, Tonga with some points. Varmonga, the crowd goes wild. Goddamn wild. Jesus. Finally, some points for Mate Matonga, which I believe is the correct pronunciation. Finally, little bit of territory down that end. Well, not too much sustained pressure, but they make something happen before they knock the ball on again. So, good stuff. They will likely get this kick as well, so I'll just make that 8. So it's back to an 18-point game. So it's looking much better for Tonga right now. Try confirmed. I do want to have another look at this, actually. So 9 minutes and 20 seconds gone in the second half. Tonga with 8 points, 26 points to 8. 18-point game. Looking much better now. So Sonny Luke scoots. Support on the inside. Stretching out. Good grounding. Really good grounding there. So, Dimitri Vamonga gets the try. And we'll be back on the way in a second. The crowd back to singing again. Beautiful stuff. And we're back underway. What I want to see from New Zealand here... Oh. Did that bounce in goal and then go out? Oh, no. Did that bounce in goal? Oh, no. It did bounce in goal and then went over the dead ball line. So it's a goal line dropout from Tonga. It is collected by New Zealand. Oh my God. New Zealand are 20 metres out. In possession. 10 minutes gone in the second half. They could easily answer back soon as well. Aaron Clark with a strong carry. If New Zealand answer back straight away. Crosland left to Foreign. Then to White. Bumps off one. Still going. The carries. The carries from New Zealand have been excellent today. Crosland shoots it left to Clark. Then to Foreign. Across to Brown. Now with McLean. It's Nickel Kluckstad. 6 again. Papali'i. Now with Brown. Shifting it across. Wayward stuff out the back. Collected by Keeney. Shifting down the right edge. Shrugs past one. Very elusive young man. Second tackle. Phoenix Crosland will go left to Clark. Spins again. Gets an offload. White goes left. Brown still going. He's still 5 metres out. Actually gets an offload. Somehow. Papali'i is eventually stopped and has to play the ball. Left of the post. 3 tackles to go. Short side left. Brown launched it across to McLean. Nickel Kluckstad is who I meant. Obviously, the Kiwis straight away answer back. Tonga get a try. The ball bounces in goal from the kickoff and goes over the dead ball line. New Zealand get the ball from the short dropout. And a few plays later, so many exciting carries. Spread the ball nicely. New Zealand have been brilliant today. So what I was going to say, basically at the kickoff, was what I want to see from New Zealand is, can they make sure the game doesn't get away from them, like it did for against Samoa? They had a 12-point lead and then it went to 12-all. So they let the game get away from them. But there's just a moment of luck or whatever, just help them regain possession, and then they score immediately. So they're not allowing Tonga to get sustained momentum in this game. Wow. That's going to be 30 points to 8 with a kick to come. Near the touchline. New Zealand have been excellent. Okay, here we go. So Isako is 100%. He's had 3 from centre field, 2 from each touchline, and here's another one from the touchline. Tricky, but doable. Swing in, just a bit too much that time. So we've got 52 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. That's a cool sign. That's a cool sign. The Tongans in sound voice again. Beautiful. Beautiful. Here we go, back underway. Collected by Dylan Brown. Hands it off to Willison. He's up towards the 20. It feels like nearly every carry from the Kiwis just post-contact meters constantly. Every single time, that's what it feels like. Fanua Blake is back on though for Tonga. And the Kiwis take it up towards their own 40. 3 tackles to go in this set as well. Crosland left to Keeney. Left to Brown. Engages the line. Just needs a support runner there. Maybe on his outside. From Papali'i. Crosland, short side left to Kinney. Step in. Stop just short of the 30. Last tackle. Over on the left-hand side of the field. Crosland. Oh, Kinney. Slow to play it there. Oh, no. Oh, no. Kinney didn't lock in a good way. Oh, no. Kick on the last from Brown. Apuate just recovers it. And he's stopped on his own 10. Oh, hope Kinney's okay. Oh, no. Oh dear, 2 posts smashed into, pushed back 2 metres there. 54 minutes gone. Now with Alamotti bumps off one, then Willison and White get a hold of him. Papali'i there to slow the ruck down. Sonny Luke, right to Penasini, up towards his own 20. 54 missed tackles for Tonga. Oh my god. 54. So Tonga was shifting the ball down the right edge here, and there was a knock-on from the Kiwis in there. It's going to be Tonga's ball with a fresh set of 6, so not too bad. Can they march back up the field, get some more points? So Eli Katoa's gone off again, unfortunately. Worked hard when he's been on, but he's had to go off for a couple stints for HIAs and stuff and injuries. Oh, I've got to take the yellow card off, actually. Tonga, 30 metres out. Oh, sorry. On their own 30, sorry. Just short their own 40. With the next carry. There we go, that yellow card's gone. My bad, folks, my bad. Kafusi with a carry down the left edge. 73% possession to the Kiwis. Sonny Luke waits at dummy half in centre field. It is right to Fanua Blake. Great carry. There we go. Up towards the 40 for Tonga. And a few extra metres. Good stuff from Fanua Blake. One of the best props in the game. Second best, in my opinion. I think it's Haas 1, Fanua Blake 2, I think. It is now with Isaiah Katoa. Kicks on the last. Keeney goes up, collects it cleanly. Nicely done. 55 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock. Is he okay now? Cramp, maybe? Please just be cramp. Oh yeah, Tamani Martin is available. So they could just do Martin to centre. Nickel Cluckstad to fullback. Could just do that. There's options. So now with Timoko up towards the 20. Eventually slammed into the ground. 56 minutes gone. Left to McLean. Straight into Fanua Blake. Kafusi's there to help out as well. Now shifting it right, Clark to Willison. Over the 30, wants an offload, gets one. Crosland now with Clark. Over the 40, and some extra metres as well. Some great carries. 18 offloads for the Kiwis compared to Tonga's 5. Unbelievable. They've been so good today, New Zealand. Stopped on the 40. Crosland right to Foran on the last. Kicks towards the back right. It's going to come down 15 metres out. There's a knock on from Tupou. Oh my god. Oh no, that's a knock on from Daniel Tupou. 57 minutes gone. It's not been Tonga's day at all. They've not been able to compete really. A couple nice moments here and there. Attendance 38,914. That is solid. So there was a scrum for the Kiwis. Timoko with a carry. He's 15 metres out. He's going to play this for Crosland in centre field. Left to Clark. There's a switch back to Nafahu White. Carries it straight up between the sticks. Don't do it again, Kiwis. Don't do it again. Crosland. Left to Clark. Now with Willison. Stop 4 or 5 metres out. Left of the posts. 3 tackles to go. Crosland short side left to Papali'i. Good scramble. Good stuff. 2 tackles to go. McLean launches it right to Crosland. Now with Clark. Across to Foran. Then to Brown. Out the back to Keeney. Almost wrapped up. He is. Good defence there from Alamotti. Last tackle. Crosland. Short side right to Foran. Chips towards the back right. Was a player taken out? There was a contest, but it's pushed over the dead ball line by Fanua Blake. I think somebody did fall to the ground, but I don't know if they were taken out or not. I don't think they were. Really well placed from Foran. That's right on the try line there. Really well placed. A lot of Tongans having to track back to get a touch on it or get in the way. So it's going to be a goal line dropout for Tonga. 59 minutes on the clock. Looks like they're going to go short here. They will. Looks like they'll make the 10. It is lost backwards by Keeney. I think that might have been knocked on from Tonga's second, actually. I think Ashley Klein's saying a knock on from Finifeuaki. So I thought it was backwards from Keeney first, and then it was knocked on by Finifeuaki, I think. It's going to be Kiwi scrum, 10 metres out. It's right to Timoko. Just over the 10. He's like 2 metres out. Plays it for Crosland right at the post. Launches it left to Clark. We're done with the... Or we've hit the hour mark. We've got 20 minutes to go, folks. Second tackle, Crosland waits in centre field. Left to Foran. Fakes the switchback. Gives it to Brown. Nearly through the line. Dylan Brown almost. Almost. He's inches short of the try line. He's going to go himself. Nearly. Nearly. Well done, Tonga. That is good scramble. Well, not even scramble, but good effort. If they want to make a comeback, it's stuff like that they've just got to keep doing. It's a start. It is a start. Papali'i picks the ball up from the ruck, tries to dive over himself. Plenty of Tongan jerseys in the way, just to keep him held up. He was very close to grounding it. So the bunker is checking. I think he was close. I think his elbow might have touched the ground. But I don't think the ball has touched the ground. So let's have a look. Does he get this ball down? I don't think he does. There is a point where it's very close. My God, that is like less than an inch from the ground. That is close. Just need a decent angle. Oh my God. If that... There's half a chance this touches the ground. Oh, that might have touched the ground there. That is unbelievably close. Oh my... Look at that again. At least have a look at that again. Mate, that has got to be millimetres. Mate, a blade of grass has been skimmed. A blade of grass has been lightly flirted with and caressed. Oh my God, that is close. Flirting with the grass. Hello. Right, bit of a mess anyway. Penalty for Tonga. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Whee. So Clark pushed over a marker and then there was a penalty for Tonga. Oh, now it's a New Zealand penalty? I missed something there. I do apologise. It is New Zealand with a penalty 10 metres out in centre field. So it's going to be now Fahu White with the first carry of this fresh set. 61 minutes on the clock. Tamara Martin waits at dummy half. Launches it left. Dylan Brown nearly slips over. Then to Kinney. Launches it across to McLean. Could be dragged into touch. Gets the ball away, I think. They're going to say he was in touch. Nice idea. Probably forcing that a little bit too much there, I think. But it's going to be Tongan ball. Good scramble. Again, that's what they need. If they want to mount a comeback, it's this kind of stuff that they need. Alright, Tamalolo has come on for Kafusi. 61.5 minutes gone. Sonny Luke waits at dummy half. Is now with Alamorti up towards his own 20. So yeah, that is Tamari Martin on for Phoenix Crosland as well. For Noah Blake with a strong carry up towards the 30. Trying to force a 6 again, but doesn't get one. Tamalolo hits Erin Clark and he's stopped. Sonny Luke pushes him away. Now with Hopawate with a carry on the 3rd. 2 tackles to go. Oh, that's the 4th, sorry. So it's now the last tackle. Right to Isaiah Katoa under pressure from Tamari Martin. Gets a kick away. Plenty of height on this one. Good chase here. Keeney smashed into Dimitri Varamonga. What a guy. Keanu Kinney is a tough cookie. I think he'll carry on. He will move mountains or die trying. I'm telling you, Keanu Kinney. I'm telling you. Third tackle for the Kiwis. Nico Kluckstar slow to play this one. It's left to Papali'i. Papali'i's had a lot of great carries in this game. Now Fahu White. Brought to ground. Good defence there from Sonny Luke. Couple decent hits actually in this game from Luke. Foreign with a kick on the last. Towards the back right. Collected on the full by Hopwate. He takes it over his own 20. Caught him back towards the middle. Shrugs off one. Then is stopped by Tarpany. First tackle, it is right to Sione Katoa. Eating up a few metres there, just right of centre field. Second tackle, Penasini next up. Good metres, just shy of the 40. Through the middle. Luke, left to Tamalolo. Bumps foreign onto his backside. But he gets back up and he keeps going. They shift it down the left-hand side now. Foreign definitely felt that one. On the last, Isaiah Katoa with a high kick towards the post. Keeney underneath it, collects cleanly. He takes it over the 10. And he stopped 15 out from his own try line. Iongi with a really strong tackle there. He's had a quiet game, Isaiah Iongi. Very quiet. And they take it over the 20 and a few extra metres. Timoko plays it for Martin. He goes left to McLean. Takes it over the 30. Martin, right to White. Over the 40. 2 tackles to go for the Kiwis. Martin, left to Tarpany. Strong run up towards the 40. Great metres again from the Kiwis. Great metres. Left to Brown, then to Papali'i. Goes himself. Option on the outside to McLean. Back inside to Brown. Tipped on backwards by Tonga. Oh dear, Brown is down. Bars. But he might have scored a try. He's holding the sack, I think. How are the twins, Dylan? You alright, son? Let us all know you're good. Give us a thumbs up. Try for New Zealand. Good movement. It is tipped backwards by Penasini. Brown is there. Let's have a look at this. What happened to the geezer? Did his balls land on the ball? Maybe. Grounding's clean. Oh, it might be his stomach, actually. I don't know if it's his... I'm sure he was holding his balls. You thought Tonga was going to win. You told us up the cues. I thought New Zealand would win. I backed them to win. I didn't think it'd be this clean, but that's a try. That is confirmed. I reckon they'll get the kick as well, but I'll just wait and see. .66 minutes on the clock, and it's still ticking away. So it's a fairly tricky kick, this one. But Isako might be able to convert. I'll get this ready. It's been quite reliable today. Can he make it 36? That is the question. The kick from Isako is... Looks alright. It's good. 36-8 for New Zealand. They're still going. They're still going. They're looking really good. Can they hit 40? I feel like they can. What a difference a year makes. I know what it is. It's the fact that Tuilolahea would have fixed that. I'm telling you. Makes sense. He's not there. He was there last year. They looked good, you know. Where's Tuilolahea? Solution. Problem solved. Short kick-off from Tonga. Nice idea. It is collected by Tonga. Is it? Knock on Tonga, apparently. Oh, I thought they missed it. Do they have a challenge still, or did they lose it? Let's have a look. Oh, maybe they did get a touch on it. It's close, but... Okay, well, fair enough. So it's a scrum for New Zealand on their own 40. Timoko with the first carry of this set. 15 errors for Tonga. 9 for New Zealand. Still not great, but they've been so much better in possession. So just less than 13 minutes to go in this game. I think there's a long chance that New Zealand hit 50. They need 3 more tries, which they can get based on how they've been playing. White nearly through. Back inside to Clark. Just loses the ball. Just. There was nearly one right there. Nearly. They're playing brilliantly at the moment. Foreign's getting a well-earned break. Good effort from the Kiwis down that right edge. Good effort from the big men. Aaron Clark's been solid today. A lot of those forwards have been real solid. And it's not just big carries. Like, obviously, the defensive work's been great from the big men. The carries have been great. The offloads. And even, like, the ball movement, the technical side of it. Like, the short passes, the overs lines, and things like that. Being able to effectively run those lead runs. Get those line breaks. Spin, get offloads, create opportunities. I think the big men in this game, a lot of them, well, basically all of them, have done a really good job. The only one that I can think's maybe not been as technical is Willison. He's just been taking the carries, but he's still been getting like an offload here or there. I think he's at least got one offload, but the rest of them have been like really technical in possession, and they've been great. So Katoa is brought down by Tarpany, but gets a kick away. Keeney goes up, collects it cleanly. Well done, lad. 69 minutes on the clock, 11 to go. Papali'i in possession. Then to Nickel Cluckstar. Step in, room to run maybe. Can he slip through? Stopped on the 40. Keeney waiting for a quick play the ball at dummy half on the 40. Goes right to Fisher-Harris. Strong carry again. Inside Tonga territory. Plays it for Crosland. Short side right to Keeney. Space behind the ruck maybe. Good meters again. 3 tackles to go. Crosland. Left to Fisher-Harris. Then to Clark. Now Martin. Gets it away quickly to Brown. Oof. Nickel Cluckstad nearly tipped beyond the horizontal there by Sione Katoa. It was close. It's very close. But good defensive work from Katoa. Tarpany with a strong run over the 20. What a carry. Gets an offload as well. Mate, the forwards of the Kiwis. They've been killing it. Martin. Easy offload. So now with Brown. Do what you like, son. Do what you like. Don't do it. Actually do it, but don't do it, because you shouldn't. Martin scoots. Dolphin dives. Offloads it. Phoenix Crosland goes in. The Kiwis, what are they doing? How are they doing it? What is going on? This is not the Kiwis. Not the Kiwis I knew from last year. Who are they? You know what? I reckon that's all Sean Johnson's fault from last year. Sean, if you're watching, he's not watching. I reckon last year it was your fault, mate. Look what happens. Sorry, Sean. I do like you. I mean that. I know that sounds really sarcastic, actually. Well done, New Zealand. All right, it's 40 for New Zealand. It's 40. "71 minutes and 25 seconds gone so far in this game. There is a kick to come. This has been really, really solid from the Kiwis. Isako steps up for the next conversion. The kick is... Oh, it's off the post. No good. Boo. What a leap from Tamani Martin. What a leap. So, short kickoff from Tonga. And it is collected by Isako. They could actually hit 50. They could. Scoot from Nickel Clucks out towards the halfway line. Stopped on halfway. Liotta is on for Erin Clark. Crosland goes left to Timoko. Havili is on for Luke as well for Tonga. 72.5 minutes nearly gone. Fisher Harris cuts back towards middle. Gets an offload to Tarpany. He's trying to get an offload that might actually be forwards. Or a knock on. Yeah, I'd agree with that call. That was probably just about forwards, actually. Well, it'll be New Zealand versus Samoa in the Pacific Cup final. That'll be a great game. After, the first game that they played was decent. Both of their performances since then have been incredible. So if they can take those performances into the final, we've got one hell of a game. If both these teams in the final play at the level they played at in their games against Tonga, it will be insane. Absolutely insane. I cannot wait for it. 73.5 minutes gone. Tonga in possession. Fanua Blake with a carry up towards the 40. I've not seen Fanua Blake that much, but when he has touched it, he's actually been really effective with his carries, but I've not seen much else from anyone else really. Right to Wong. Bit of space on the right edge here. Possibly in. Go on, Siwa. Keeney get... Keanu Keeney, you beauty. You absolute beauty. I said it before, I will say it again. He will move mountains or die trying. I love Keanu Kinney. Look at this kid put his body on the line against Siwa Wong. Look at that. Go on, Kinney, lad. Good lad. I mean, he might just go straight in with a shoulder. I need to see it again, actually, but... Giving it everything. Coach's dream. First name on my team sheet, if I can pick anybody, it ain't Munster, it ain't Cleary, it ain't Hughes, it's Keanu Kinney. For that reason. Coach's dream. You want him to do something, he'll do it. Chance here for Tonga, though. Chance here. Havili, 5 metres out. In front of the posts. Shifting it right. Across to Hopawate. Good defensive work from the Kiwis. 5 minutes to go. 2 tackles left for Tonga. Havili. Out the back to Isaiah Katoa. Then to Iongi. Launches it over the top. Chance for Tupou in the corner. Good try. Good movement. Well done, Tonga. Nicely done. Good ball from Iongi over the top. Nicely done. It's been tough for him trying to adjust to 6. Since he's been playing at fullback for the Eels all season. Been difficult trying to adjust. Great ball over the top there. Great ball. Good finish as per usual from Tupou in the corner. There you go, 12 for Tonga. And the crowd, full of Tongans, goes wild. Their support's been incredible all day, by the way, and they're singing. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, grounding's clean. It's all good. Well, just over 4 minutes to go. Isaiah Katoa with a conversion near the touchline to make this 40 points to 14. The kick looks alright. The kick's good. Right from the touchline. Well done. Man, that crowd is still going wild. They're not bothered about how long's left or what the score is. They're just getting behind Tonga. That was wild. It was great support. I don't think I could do that for either England or my club Warrington. If we're getting battered, I don't think I could just keep singing or cheering for this scoreline. I'd just be miserable. I'd be moping. So we're back underway. New Zealand with the kickoff. There we go. Any more points for Tonga in this game? Adding a bit more pride to that scoreline. Possibly. Siwa Wong is getting dragged back a couple of metres. I think he might have lost the ball there. 3.5 minutes to go in this game. Tamalolo gets an offload to Saliva Havili. Ooh, he was cold held, then offloaded it. Claiming there was a high shot there, apparently. It's the third tackle, so he will play this now with Iongi. Pops the ball up to Fotuaika. 2 tackles to go for Tonga. Left to Fanua Blake. Good meters again from Adam Fanua Blake. Havili, right to Katoa. Chips over the top. Iongi chases. And it's Crossan with a knock-on, and then Penasini with a knock-on. Ooh, 63 missed tackles from Tonga. 23 from New Zealand's not amazing. It's not terrible, but compared to 63, it's incredible. Just less than 3 minutes to go. 2 minutes 40 left, to be exact. Here's going to be Tonga's ball. "13 errors for the Kiwis, 15 for Tonga. So, off the back of the scrum, Tonga shifting it left. They tip the ball onto Tupou. New Zealand do well to get across. Tupou up towards the 20. Inside the red zone. 2 minutes to go. Iongi down the left edge. Engage the line. Stopped on the 10. Come on, Tonga. One more. One more for the crowd. Come on. They'd love it. Havili. Now with Isaiah Katoa. Oof. Tamalolo bumps off Leota. 1 minute 45 to go. 3 tackles in this set for Tonga. Could have been a 6 again, but it wasn't given. Havili pops the ball up to Fotuaika. He loses it. It's a knock-on from Tonga. I did want one more for Tonga just for that crowd. But, yeah, New Zealand. Incredible. So at the back of the scrum for the Kiwis, on their own 10, down the right edge with Jermaine Isako. Plenty of points today from the conversions for him, but no tries, I don't think. I don't think he got one. I did back him as an anytime try scorer, and he hasn't scored a try. 8 different try scorers for PNG yesterday, and Johnston wasn't one of them, who I predicted. Crazy. 35 seconds to go. Tarpany on the 3rd tackle, up towards his own 40. Any more points in this game? Maybe something from the Kiwis. You might want to go for it. Fish Harris with the next carry, or gets it off to Brown. Nickel Kluckstad, then to McLean, cuts back inside. Dragged into touch, possibly. Nearly. There we go, last tackle. This will be the last one for the Kiwis. Brown chips the ball. Plenty of height. Final contest. Tupou collects it. He's brought down. 3 seconds to go. Tonga might have one more go here. Knock on from Tupou. The hooter sounds. That is full time. New Zealand, mate, where did that come from? Where on earth did that come from? I watched Samoa vs Tonga, and the sheer dominance from Samoa was incredible. The carry through the middle was solid. The defensive work was solid. Completion, decent. All round, much better game from Samoa compared to their first game against New Zealand. Game 1 and game 2 for Samoa was night and day. That's how, they were still good in game 1, but their second game was miles better. New Zealand, I was hoping that because they'd be going likely be going into the final against Samoa, that their second game would be in the ballpark of Samoa. They were in the ballpark and smashed it. They went above and beyond what Samoa did. Samoa in Game 2 were fantastic. This, from New Zealand, was a level above. The forwards were incredible. Carries constantly getting post-contact meters, constant offloads, constant quick play of the balls. The backs with carries out the backfield were incredible, setting the tone. There was poor completion from Tonga and they gifted a lot of field position, but the amount of offloads, the amount of missed tackles that New Zealand would force, the line breaks, the placement of the kicks, the defensive work rate. There's a couple times, my only issue with New Zealand was there's a couple times they kicked the ball towards the corners, they could have suffocated Tonga inside their own 10 and 20, and they gave away penalties instead. That's my only issue with New Zealand. Other than that, they were clean throughout. Beautiful stuff. That is an excellent performance from the Kiwis. And if New Zealand and Samoa can go into the final carrying their most recent performances into that, we will have a world-class game in our hands. That is a hell of a game. That was a hell of a game. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it a day there. What a performance. So, to remind you, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'm trying to get to 14,000 by the end of the year. I'm currently at 13,540. So if you're not subscribed yet, please do. Follow me on TikTok as well, link in the description, or just search Kinetic Rugby League. I will be streaming the Ashes Game 3 next week, and I'll be streaming New Zealand versus Samoa in the Pacific Championships Cup final. And that's International Rugby League live streams done for the year. But I will be doing an a Rugby League international review. So, top 5 tries, team of the season, and power rankings as well. So, yeah, that's to come in a few weeks as well. Right. So, if I don't see you next week, have a great week. I'll see you when I see you. But thank you very much for stopping by. It is greatly appreciated. So, yeah. Well done, New Zealand. See ya.